Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I thought I'll talk about Fintegration. Now, I've been talking about proof of stake, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and banks and financial investments and all that. But Fintegration is a key element for banks or between banks and fintech companies. It essentially talks about the integration of digitizing banking operations to incorporate fintech elements or products. So the Economist had come up with a few guidelines through their the Economist Intelligence Unit, the EIU. So I'm going to talk about that. But before we do that, I will also talk about Fintegration and the challenges, so that you actually get the perspective. So without further ado, let's dive in. But again, before diving in, as usual, my request to you, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Please also comment on my video so that I know what exactly you're looking at, and I could then carve out a video based on your requirement. And also please share my videos with people who you think would benefit from my research, my analysis, and from my videos. So now let's dive in. First and foremost, as you know, I talk about my ebook. This ebook is on my journey as an entrepreneur. The ebook is titled Six-Figure Corporate Job to Master Entrepreneur. So in this ebook, I've spoken about my journey, when I quit my six-figure globetrotting corporate job back in 2010. So the preparation, the challenges, and how I overcame those challenges. I've also spoken about, how successful I am today as an entrepreneur. And I've also and I've put on 3 worksheets so that I could encourage you to test yourself on whether you are really cut out for the world of entrepreneurship. So you would score yourself based on your answers to those worksheets, and you would get to know where you stand. This ebook comes to you for totally no charge at all. It's available on my website. The URL to my website where it's available, the page is flashing on the screen. I put the URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the page, put down your name and email address, and the link to download the ebook will be emailed to you, to your inbox. I hope you like the book. Do give me your honest feedback. Now let's dive into the world of Fintegration. Now, what is Fintegration and what are the challenges? The classical definition of Fintegration is it is essentially a partnership between banks and fintech companies. On one hand, it allows banks to benefit from the agility, innovation, and technological strength of the fintech firms, while on the other hand, it permits fintech firms to borrow the reputation, experience, and investment capital of the bank, as well as, I would say at this point in time, compliance regulations. So now, what are the challenges? What are the main challenges that Fintegration faces? So fintech lacks legacy and funds. So obviously that's evident from the classical definition. So fintech companies or startups don't really have any funds or legacy. They have application. They have the solution. Whereas banks do not have a strategic vision. So they have a strategic vision in terms of the traditional banking. You can possibly say they have online presence, so you could do banking through your mobile phone or on the computer or laptop, but they do not have really the strategic vision of offering those services that fintech firms can offer, and that's where the collab works. Lack of the ability to be agile and innovative. So if you have to integrate fintech services, you have to be agile and innovative. That's something which is lacking in banks. So what does that mean? Integration planning. So how do you plan to have digital products made available to customers? How would you plan the technology that requires to do all of that? Compliance issues. So compliance issues get more complicated as you bring in more technology, as you integrate all of that. So those are not there yet. So there are issues. Of course, the governing banks and the various governments are working around all of that. Data security. So the moment you make products available online and people are transacting online, obviously data security is a big, flag alert, and it's a concern, and hence that is something which is a challenge. Also, infrastructural legacy. So you would know that banks typically have been using the older infrastructure, the IT infrastructure. If you look at even NASDAQ, NYSE, they keep using the old infrastructure. And they are not very open to changing it. So that is a big problem. And related to that is the migration issue, because the problem of actually using older legacy infrastructure and then migrating. So I was mentioning about a Nasdaq NYC, the trading on those stock exchanges. They are all on the the legacy applications. So if we have to bring in to migrate, that's a big problem. In this particular case, it's mainframe. So they are all on the old legacy mainframe of the 70s and the 80s. So now, can you imagine migrating that? The entire trading will drop. It will not happen, and companies will lose trillions of dollars. The exchanges will lose billions of dollars. So they can't really afford to do all those, infrastructure legacy migration and all of that. Hence, these are challenges. Now let's talk about the 6 guidelines that EIU, or the Economist Intelligence Unit, has prescribed. First, include IT in the due diligence and integration planning. So an acquisition should not be closed without an IT battle plan that takes into consideration the current state, transformation plan, and the future plan of the combined entity. So due diligence, integration planning. So that ties in with the actual planning that we spoke about in the previous slide. Ring fence the new culture. So banks should consider ring fencing the new entity with its own leadership, compensation rules, even physical location, in order to preserve its innovative mindset, and also I would say security in this particular case. That's where it comes in. Make regulatory integration an early priority. Once a deal is closed, fintech employees should be onboarded onto the bank's compliance platform and have mandatory training sessions. Totally agree. Make data security an early priority. A security audit should be part of the due diligence. As I mentioned in the previous slide. Data integration. There should be a roadmap for the integration of data, which should include a primary data management system that allows an integrated and common view of customers. Integration of enterprise infrastructure. This step comes last. The process of integration of the two infrastructures can be a stimulus for migration legacy systems to be more cost-effective, closed cloud networks. So you see, EIU is addressing those very points that I've mentioned before, the challenges that I mentioned before in the slide. So to summarize, these are the 6 guidelines that EIU is talking about for a more agile, more innovative, more robust, integration of fintegration between banks and fintech companies, and that's necessary because the fintech companies are coming up with amazing products, and if they are starting to come out in the market and offer those products. The challenge is the regulatory challenge for them. So once that is sorted, and the governing banks are on board, are on it, and the governments around the world are on it, then banks will lose out a significant amount of their revenue stream. And so before they do that, this is an opportunity. And I can tell you a lot of banks have already latched onto this particular opportunity here. So that's what I wanted to share about Fintegration today. I would also talk about, so I did a video on how, fintech companies, actually I've done quite a few videos how fintech companies are doing well. I would typically talk about a great product called Polygon in India, which works on the proof of share blockchain protocol. I did a video on that. I'll put the link to that video on the card above. Go take a look at it, so you will know how good these fintech companies are today. So, well, thank you very much. As you know, my name is Saurav Mukherjee. I'm a digital and technology marketing leader with over 20 years of global experience. I'll put on my LinkedIn URL in the description box below. Click on it, go to the page, look at my profile. If you like my profile, go ahead and connect with me. I regularly work with clients where I try and solve their business, marketing, technological, and investment challenges. If your company is looking to engage me as a consultant to your company, please drop me a line on LinkedIn, or you could write to me on the contact page of my website. I'll put down the link to the contact page of my website in the description box below. We can get into a conference call and see how we can work together, how I can help you guys. So finally, before I go, please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, please smash the notification bell, please comment on my videos, and please share my videos. So until next time, please stay safe and stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.